everyone. So today I'm going to do another cooking video, and this was actually much requested since I posted a picture of this actually on my Instagram, which I'll link below if you're interested. I always post lots of food pictures on Instagram. So this is one of my favorite salads to eat right now for autumn because it's using a lot of these seasonal products like the pumpkin and figs and grapes and all these items that are, you know, really good right now at this time of the year. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and if you want to learn how to make this delicious salad, then just keep on watching. So you're gonna need some spinach, some fresh spinach leaves. Then I've got some blue cabbage here. I've already used mine a bit, so this is just kind of what's left over. You're gonna need a couple grapes, some fresh figs if you like those. Then I've got some cute, I think they're called plum tomatoes. And then I've got this pumpkin. Now this is a much smaller pumpkin than those really big like jack-o'-lantern types. I think the bigger ones are not quite as tasty. And this one actually you don't have to remove the skin, you can eat it with the skin, so that's quite neat. And then you're also going to need some nuts. So I've got some hazel and some pecan nuts over there. And then I've also got just on this side, I've got a little bit of Stilton cheese. So first of all, we're gonna work on this pumpkin. So make sure you wash it since we are gonna be eating the skin. And now I'm just going to remove, you know, these little chunks on the end just to make it a little bit more easier to cut. And then I'm just going to split it once down the center. Now they're kind of tough, so just use a big knife. Okay, and now I'm going to just go ahead and remove the seeds. Now if you want to use the pumpkin seeds, go right ahead. I tend not to do that just because it's for me too much hassle, so I just, you know, put them in the compost. But you can make like pumpkin seeds, roasted pumpkin seeds. So for this salad, I'm only going to be using half a pumpkin because it's only for 2 people, so that's definitely more than enough. And I'm just going to start cutting it into chunks, you know, bite-sized chunks. So make sure you don't cut them too big. So to prepare the pumpkin, I've put them onto a baking sheet, and I'm going to use a little bit of spices because I want lots of flavor. So I'm going to use some ras el hanout. I think this is actually a Moroccan spice. It's used in the North African regions. It's like a spice mix. You might be able to find this at like a spice shop. I mean, here you can just buy it at the grocery store. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that, about 1 of these little teaspoons. And then I'm also just going to grab some mild curry. Dump some of that on. Olive oil. Sprinkle some of the olive oil on top. And then I just like to use my fingers just to mix it around, just so that the pumpkin is all covered with the spices. And then I preheated my oven to about 200 degrees Celsius beforehand, and then that's going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. 15 minutes to 20 minutes, just until they're nicely roasted. So next I'm going to toast the nuts. So I've just chopped them up really coarsely, as you can see, you know, not too fine. You don't need to put oil in it because nuts and stuff have natural oils in them, so they won't stick to the pan. These are pumpkin seeds. These are already like packaged. It's just easier for me to do it because, you know, that way I don't have to clean the other ones and stuff. I don't have time for it. So, yeah, I'm just going to get some of those in there. And then you just want to kind of roast them. And actually roasted, they have a much more intense flavor than if they're just plain. So I'm going to make the dressing right into this really nice big serving bowl. So you're going to need some extra virgin olive oil. Get the best quality, get the best quality that you can. This one we actually bought when we were in the south of France, so this probably isn't available at grocery stores. Just get a really nice olive oil. And I'm going to use 2 spoons of that. Okay, like sunflower oil or canola or something like that. And you're going to get 2 spoons of that. So you got 4 spoons of oil. And then you're going to want to use a very tart, like vinegar, not a sweet vinegar because there's already quite a bit of fruit in there. That's going to give some sweetness. So I'm going to use white balsamic vinegar. And I'm going to use 1 and maybe just a half. These are all tablespoons, by the way. And then I'm going to get some Worcester sauce. And maybe like that much. Okay, so it's like half a teaspoon or something probably. Some Dijon mustard, little spoon. I don't know, about that much. I'm not like super precise with my measurements. I just kind of put in as much as I want. So I put in about 1.5 of these things. I'm gonna get some plain yogurt. So this is not sweetened, like totally unsweetened, just completely plain yogurt. I'm gonna add like 1.5 big tablespoons in there. Salt and pepper. Don't put too much salt because you're gonna have that salty cheese. A little bit of salt. Fresh ground black pepper. And then I also like to put in garlic. So about 1 to 2 freshly squeezed garlic. And then just get a whisk that all up. And I think it's quite thick, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Thin it out a bit. Okay. And if it's a little bit too tart for you, I like to add stevia. You could add honey or something as well. But I like stevia, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of stevia in there. And I'm also gonna add these salad herbs. In the summer, I definitely like to use fresh herbs. This isn't like, there's no salt or anything here. This is just like parsley and I don't know, various other kind of herbs that are just dried. So I'm just gonna add that, give it another mix. Okay, so now I'm just going to assemble this salad. So first I'm gonna grab a few handfuls of the spinach. I just love spinach salad. You could also actually do this with arugula. I've done it with arugula as well, and that was really yummy. So that's about good. And then I've got to layer on top the thinly sliced cabbage. So I used a mandolin slicer because I find that that's really easy and it just makes perfectly thin slices. Just got a little bit more of greens in there because I am hungry. Now I'm gonna add just a pop of color, just like in makeup. Can do it with the tomatoes. And then I've cut up the grapes in half. So the grapes, you can use seedless grapes if you know, if that really bothers you. Then I also put in the figs, which I've cut up. These are fresh figs, of course. I love fresh figs, they're just so yummy. I've got the nuts and the seeds. So I'm gonna sprinkle those on. And these give you a lot of nutrients as well, so you don't have to eat like bread and stuff with it. My Stilton cheese. I know these are like a lot of ingredients, but that's how I personally like to eat. I don't like to eat just like plain meals. You know, I like meals that just have a ton of like different flavors that really combine well. And actually this Stilton goes so well with those grapes and the figs. Just trust me on this one. All right, and now comes the glorious finale, which makes this salad so perfectly autumn. So here's just the parchment paper with the roasted pumpkin. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. Yummy. So I'm going to put my salad serving spoons in there, and then you're ready to eat. Doesn't that just look so delicious and inviting? All these different colors. Yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think of this salad. If you do like it, let me know in the comments. And also I love seeing your recipe recreations on Facebook. So if you try out the salad, you can post a picture on Facebook. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and bon appetit. Bye. Perfect. So today I'm going to do a very different type of back to school video, and I was thinking of doing a video about nutrition. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make 3 really healthy and delicious lunches.